Why does the US dollar's reserve currency status benefit property investors? Well, there's a term called the petrodollar, which I'm sure you've heard of before. It essentially refers to key commodities such as oil and really commodities in general, typically being traded in dollars. After all, commodities must be traded in one currency, and thus it might as well be the reserve currency. Ostensibly, this was set up post-1944 with the Bretton Woods Agreement to make trading internationally easier by being denominated primarily in the currency of the world's hegemon, the United States, with a separate trading system, of course, for the Soviet Bloc at the time. This is a key benefit for the country that issues a reserve currency because it can never face a crisis of imported inflation, meaning if it needs to import commodities, it can never suffer an inflationary depression from a devaluing currency because it can always print more of the same currency, it controls that currency, and any imports it needs are denominated in its own currency. This helps keep inflation low in the country issuing the reserve currency, and this is why having the world's reserve currency is referred to as a specially exorbitant privilege. Now, what does this have to do with real estate? Well, because people need to keep US dollars to trade commodities throughout the world, it arguably makes sense to keep reserves of US dollars. And this is exactly what countries and central banks around the world do. A large, though declining, percentage of central bank reserves are still denominated in US dollars and other minor reserve currencies such as the euro and yen. As a corollary to that, investors will also want other US assets besides its US treasuries, for example, US real estate. And thus, US real estate attracts foreign investment inflows and thus helps keep the price high. And this is why having the world's reserve currency is ultimately good for property owners in the United States. We hope you found this video helpful. My name is Chris at Hauseit. Check us out at www.hauseit.com to learn more about how we can help you save up to 6% or more when you sell and 2% or more when you buy with a Hauseit buyer closing credit. We operate in New York and Florida, and we hope to see you on the next one.